All right, well, I guess I should call the meeting to order and start with, I see Lion Bob Finich isn't here. So Lion Sharon, could you do introductions for us, please?
Oh, okay. I'm Lion Sharon, past president and current board member. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
Want to introduce yourself?
I'm Lion George. I'm the waning president. And I guess, Lyle, you want to go next?
Lyle Workman, I do stuff.
Lion Joe Farah, secretary, and I think we should find Sharon because she neglected to identify herself as a zone chairperson.
No, Regent. I'm
Not
the
yet.
new chair.
Not yet,
Well,
as of July 1st.
no, but they officially announced all of the appointees.
They were
officially-
announced, yes, but you don't.
No,
you
we
It's in
don't-
office on July 1st. That's right.
until we're installed.
Lion Zeni Lohan, incoming vice president.
Lion Bill Graziano, board member.
Lion Stephen Martin. I think I'm going to get fined for something, but
No fines tonight.
Yeah, there's no basket to pass. I think we
I didn't shake anybody's hand.
All right. Well, I'll introduce myself. I'm Lion Past District Governor Mario Benavente, San Bruno Lions Club.
and Bob Lahan, incoming president.
Hey.
Hey, great, Bob.
As you can see, we still haven't got the this thing down yet, this Zoom stuff, but we're trying. Lion Joe, do you have any correspondence?
Yes, we got a letter of gratitude from the Balboa Alumni Association for the grant, the annual grant that the club made. And we got a letter of gratitude from the Lion's Eye Foundation with an update on what's going on down there.
What's going on down there, Joe? Anything good or?
Nothing special, just they're just continuing, you know, and handling cases and surgeries and what have you, right? Lyle's got a copy of the letter there, if you're interested in.
Excellent. Any more?
And that's the extent. Most of our funds to Balboa are going to be used for the student government fund. Student government fund.
I wonder what student government is. Is that okay? Moving right along, I guess Lion Mario, I know you wanted to talk to us about the let's see, it was the Lions
The California Lions
Association Foundation.
Yes. Who's running this meeting on Zoom? I'm wondering if you would allow me to share my screen.
Go for it.
Sure.
Let me see if you're running this meeting, if you would right click on my face and go down the menu until you see make host.
Ooh, sorry about that. That's me.
That's okay.
Huh. Interesting. It's not giving me that option, Mario.
It is not. Uh-oh.
And I don't know why. Ordinarily, it just works, but today it's choosing not to.
Okay.
Want me to help you, Lyle?
Yeah, I need help. Oh, here you go.
Yeah, Bill.
You're the host now, Mario.
Thank you very much.
I apologize.
That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, which is this one. And I hope you can see this. Oh, I hope you
There
can
it
see.
is.
There it is.
Oh, wow, excellent.
And actually, I'm going to start the slideshow. Oh, no, actually, I'm going to start it from the beginning. I'm at the end here.
We see you've done this a few times, huh?
You know what? Yes. I was attending about 2 to 3 webinars every day on GoToMeeting and on Zoom. And I thought it was so fascinating that I said, hey, we can do this, because Lion Kevin Guest and I, we're the GLT, we're the Global Leadership Team people. We were supposed to do a Guiding Lion program, and we had club officers, and next we have zone and region chair training. And I thought, well, we can use this to do webinars. And so I just sat down and learned how to do it. So anyway, I hope you see the slide that says California Lions Foundation and introduction. Is that what you're seeing there?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so basically, I'm with the California Lions Foundation. The foundation has been in existence since 2016. For those 3-4 years, for 3 of those years, we were just raising money, going around asking for donations, selling our plaques. We have the KK Fukushima Award, similar to LCIF, and we're a foundation like LCIF in that we provide matching grants. Oh, there's my contact information there, by the way. You guys all know how to reach me. I mean, I'm in the directory, and if not, certainly Sharon Eberhardt knows how to reach me. This is the executive committee and the board of directors, mostly past district governors and council chairs, a couple of past international directors. A lot of people who are heavily involved in Lionism, a lot of good people for this foundation, which is dedicated to making Lions clubs serve their communities better. We're a 501c3 corporation with the express purpose of helping providing designated matching grants to California Lions clubs to provide even greater service. I mean, basically, we're trying to raise money so that you can double your money when it's time for a big project. The matching grants start at $500 and go up and will go up to $10,000. Now I say will, the current maximum is $5,000 because we're still growing our war chest. When we reach where we want to be, we'll be able to give grants up to $10,000. But right now our maximum is $5,000. The $10,000 amount is not an accidental figure. We did not just pick that figure at random. LCIF grants start at $10,000. LCIF matching grants start at $10,000. So what the California Lions Foundation is trying to do is we're trying to fill in that gap. If you don't have quite that large a service project and you want to qualify for a matching grant, we can fill in the smaller projects and then let LCIF take over from the larger projects. We're not trying to replace LCIF. LCIF is still the Lions' main charitable arm for the entire worldwide organization, but this is for California, and we're trying to fill in the gap to get the $10,000. So we're complementing LCIF, and all donations, 100% of donations are to be used in California through California Lions clubs. So it's not going overseas, it is for projects here in California. At the time I made this slideshow, I was going to present this first at the November cabinet meeting, and there was a problem with the projector, so I just did it off and I just read it. But basically, at that time, we had just started giving out some grants, and so nothing had come in from 4C4 at that time. But since that time, in December, we provided a grant of $3,700, over $3,700, to San Francisco Host Lions to help them purchase a vision screener. And about 3 weeks ago, I believe, Silicon Valley Cyber Lions Club came in and made a request for $5,000. So, we took it to the max in order to support face mask distribution to first responders, hospitals, and nursing homes. So You know, that's the thing. I mean, you know, they submitted an application. They told us how they raised the money, how they're going to spend it. And then, you know, we cut them a check. And then the idea is that they're supposed to report back with receipts and maybe a few pictures of the community being served. And that's really all it takes. Grant opportunities, CLF, California Alliance Foundations will be able to help in disaster relief. Apparently there was something about not natural disasters. California Alliance Foundation isn't concerned about that. Currently we have over $40,000 in designated funds, and I will explain that later. But in any case, eventually, matching grants from 500 to 10,000. We currently are giving a maximum of 5,000. It's a streamlined review and approval process, so you don't have to wait until the next board of directors meetings with LCIF and some of the other foundations. Our review process is about 2 weeks. You fill out the application. You can fill it out on paper. You can do it online. It goes straight to our grant committee chairman. Grant committee chairman talks it over with his committee, sends it to either the executive board or to the full board for approval. And again, we call special meetings just to approve these grants, and we do it all the time. That's actually the grant application. It's not burdensome, onerous, or any other adjective you care to use. Basically, you describe the project, where it's going to be, how many people will benefit. The club president signs it, the governor signs it. I think they're going to add a third signature, and that would be, in this case, for 4C4, that would be me, because they want the board of director from that district to know what's going on in his district. Here's the key thing. Only 2 grants per district at any one time. So it is important that when you take out a grant, that you complete your purchase or spend the funds in the way that you're going to spend them. Return the receipts, a few pictures of how you've used the funds, and that's pretty much it. That's how you close a grant. When you close a grant, if you have an open grant, you close it, that opens up a grant for another club within the district to be able to take out a grant. But again, at this time, it is limited to 2 grants per district at any one time. So up to 5,000, 2 grants per district. Again, that may change as we build our war chest. And again, as I say, you know, we're trying to give out money, but we're also needing to raise money in order to keep this going. Okay, so how do we fund it? And again, that's going to be from corporate sponsors, individuals, Lions clubs, local Lions. And again, if you work for a company that has a social consciousness, that they want to help the community, that they want to do things with Lions, that they want some sort of bigger project, we'd certainly be willing to, if you would give us the contact information, we'd certainly be willing to approach them to see if they would give anything to the foundation so that we can spread it out to Lions clubs all across California. And again, it is 100% of their donations serve Californians through California Lions clubs. Nobody takes a salary. It's all the volunteers that I showed you previously on the opening slide. There is, here's another one. Now, I don't know if you guys have a 501c3 designation. A lot of clubs do not. If your club does not have a 501c3 and you have a donor who would like to make a donation while enjoying the benefits of a 501c3 donation, in other words, tax deductible to a foundation, they can make the donation to the California Lions Foundation, and the California Lions Foundation will turn around and provide the funds to you and your club. That's a big benefit. We don't keep any of the money. We're not keeping 5%, 10%, 1%. We keep 0. We turn it over to the club. So if that is a way that we can help you and your club, we're happy to do it. Designated, okay, and then another way that people are sending us money is that they send us money, non-matching, but they send us the donation and they say, I want this to go to wildfires, or I want this to go to earthquakes, or I want this to go to COVID. And many people have done that. So for instance, California Lions Foundation provided over $90,000 in designated funds for wildfires. And $5,000 to the earthquake victims near Ridgecrest. And most recently, quite a bit of money, and the numbers haven't come in yet for COVID. But those monies, that's another way of making donations. And again, since it's to a 501c3, it is fully deductible. So again, matching grants, you raise money, and we will seek to match however much it is that you raise, up to $5,000 for any particular project. Designated funds, if they want to donate to a Lions Club and also want to enjoy the benefit of a 501c3, and designated funds to wildfires, to whatever cause you have in mind, we'll accept that money and then pass it on to whatever district is running that show. Again, how to support the California Lions Foundation: check money order, securities, stocks, cars, boats, real property. I think they want to see it. And again, lots of recognition opportunities: $100 pin, a $500 pin, a KK Fukushima. Some of you remember KK Fukushima from District C5, international president from California. But our basic fellowship is the KK Fukushima, and again, that's for $5,000. What we're looking for is, if you are looking to honor a member of your club, someone in the community, you can take out a KK Fukushima. More importantly, though, we'd like to become part of the rotation where, it becomes part of your annual budget, where, you might throw in a few $100s each year to the California Lions Foundation and make that a regular donation. And again, you may have already set your budget for this coming year, but I'd like to, bring that up. And again, there's a KK Fukushima. Recognition opportunities, they have some bigger opportunities there. The Reginald Harris Fellowship for $2,500, or the founding program is over, but now I should change that to supporting club of CLF for $5,000. And so, this is the kind of thing that we're looking for. Individual corporate donations. Again, if you know any corporations, you work for a company that wants to donate to charitable causes, this is one that they may enjoy donating to. Here's why I'm kind of out. I mean, I've been on the job for about a year, took over, and actually was trying to make the foundation, get the foundation to give out some grants to our district. And now it's done so. So now I'm ready to go out and start saying, hey, here's what the foundation has done for us. We're lagging a little bit. If you look under C4, I think we're like second to last. And so I don't think for C4, a great district like ours should be in that position. I'm looking to kick it up a bit, get us up there in the middle of the pack at least over the next year or so, and then maybe start to challenge some of the big boys up at the top. But again, ideally, I'd like to get some outside money. I'd like to get some money from corporations and things, but I am also looking to get some donations from our Lions clubs and from our Lions, and hopefully get us up there a little bit. We do have many donors, some KK Fukushimas. I've got skin in the game. I made my donation. Rod Mercado, Macy Mack, several others. A few clubmates made donations. Life members there. I forget what life members. Yeah, I forget, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, we do have a website. We hope you'll visit the website. If you want to take out a grant, if you're interested in a grant, that would be the place to go. CaliforniaLionsFoundation.org, CALionsFoundation.org, I should say. If you'd like to make a donation, you can go there as well, or contact me. And actually, you know what? I made a presentation to Millbrae Lions Club the other night, and actually this was from the San Bruno fire disaster, and I just put this up just because it reminded me of what Lions is about. About helping others in our community. In this case, Millbrae and so many of the other clubs came to the help of San Bruno at a time when San Bruno needed it. And really, that's what it's all about. It's in this case, we're pooling our money together, sending it where it needs to go, knowing that at some point in the future we'll be able to call on those funds as well. So again, thank you for giving me the time. I hope I didn't take too much of your time. If you have any questions, I'd love to take them. Otherwise, I'll thank you for letting me visit with you to make this presentation.
I have a question, Mario.
You're most welcome.
Thank you. Who's that?
Thank you.
Mario, how long has the CLF been in existence?
We started in 2016. That's when they first incorporated. It took them about and now I wasn't a member of it. I became, I went on the board at the end of Macy Mac Chan's term about a little less than a year ago. So it's been in business since 2016, and it took them about 3 years of fundraising before they had enough money that they could start actually giving out grants. So they started handing out grants in July of 2019. And so we've been giving out grants for not quite a year. But I mean, we've given out a lot of grants in that short year. So, you know, the word is starting to spread a little bit, and some clubs are showing interest in applying for the grants. And hopefully, as we start giving out more grants, you know, people will start saying, okay, this is something that we can donate to as well. So again, you know, I'm just calling on clubs to consider honoring a member with a donation, or, you know, making it part of their annual budget to make a donation to the California Lions Foundation.
Now, in the way this operates, you've massed some funds, and then is the grants based off of interest or investments from the original money, or?
Very good question. Actually, I believe when a donation is made, 10% of it is set aside to go into what is called the corpus, or the body. And so what they have is a corpus which is not touched, and they're letting that one grow. And then over time, I believe they're going to let the interest. So there's an investment committee, an investment endowment committee that is going to be managing that portion of the funds. And in the meantime, we'll be using the majority of the money that comes in to go out as grants. But yes, they are looking to, there was the big question as to, you know, because of what happened with COVID and what happened with the stock market, you know, they're sitting on it a little bit right now, but still the investment committee is keeping a close eye on it, and they are working with an investment firm that is advising them.
Okay. So the 10% roughly is being put away to,
that's right,
for the future.
That's right. Yes, we're building the corpus, and as the corpus grows, you know, because initially when they first started giving out the funds, the maximum was 2,500, and just within a few months it went up, they doubled it to 5,000. And again, I was fairly new at that time, and so, you know, I did not know the history. So you know, Macy, PDG Macy had a 3-year term, at which point, and I'm not sure I believe she could have stayed on, but she was ready to move on to something else. So then she asked me if I wanted to take it, and I said, sure, I'd love to.
You mentioned about matching grants. So say we raise money for a particular charity that we like to give to. Is there something like that in your?
Well,
everything.
I'll tell you, one of the things that they are looking for are for projects that Lions are intimately involved in. It should be, if there is a project, it should be a Lions project. I know they've looked at some things, but I know that the committee prefers it to be a hands-on Lions project. So it's not like turning it over to someone else. I mean, it should be Lions there handing out the food, or Lions there handing out the face mask, or Lions actually doing. Now they've made exceptions, I do believe, but it is something that it is one of the main things that they ask is this a Lions project?
Lions, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing is, of course, that it does need to benefit California. And we've had that come up where people wanted to send money overseas. And again, it is a California Lions project. I believe LCIF will let you. Another thing that came up, and I think is a valid strategy, is to raise your funds double it with the Lions, and then if you time it right, you could go to LCIF and maybe double it again. I've asked about that, and they said, well, yeah, they said that's valid. So, I mean, the possibility of quadrupling your money, I believe, is out there.
Very
Sounds
interesting.
like a good plan.
Yeah. It's food for thought. We have to look into this a little bit more, but so we can ask, more pertinent questions. But sounds like a very interesting thing. So
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank you. Yeah. We think that it's going to be a go. I mean, several other multiple districts have also started their own foundations, and they're working kind of hand in hand with LCIF. In some districts, actually, the LCIF chair and the California Lions Foundation chair go out together and fundraise together. But at this time, with all the COVID and distance meetings, we're kind of doing it this way. But anyway, I thank you for the time.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan Mario.
I can't help but think that California Lions Foundation is going to be in competition with LCIF.
That's not really, that's not the way I look at it. And I mean, yes, of course, the dollars are limited. But myself, what I'm saying is that LCIF still has to be our main thing, because, if there's an earthquake in Japan, river blindness in Africa, hurricane in Louisiana, even when we had our fire here in San Bruno, LCIF came in. I mean, and there are things that LCIF does that California Lions Foundation can never do. What we're looking to do is we're looking to help with the smaller projects that don't, for instance, say the vision screener. 2 years ago, Menlo Park Live Oak was looking for partners to each raise $3,700 so that they could reach a minimum of $10,000, so that they could then go to LCIF and say, we've got $10,000, we want to buy 3 vision screeners. However, there was a second club that was interested, and then there was a third one that was maybe, but then they backed out, and then the second one backed out. And so Menlo Park Live Oak finally decided, well, we'll pay $7,500 for the vision screener. So they missed out. They were not able to make the deal work because they could not reach, they couldn't get 3 clubs together to get to $10,000, which is the minimum for a matching grant. Now, what we're trying to do is, now Menlo Park Live Oak could have come to us and said, and as we did with San Francisco Host, we raised $3,700, can you match it? And we said, yes, of course, that's what we do. And so that's what we're trying to do, is we're trying to fill in that gap, not such a big project, a smaller project, and maybe good for the smaller club. But again, I personally, and I don't believe anyone on the foundation board is looking to displace LCIF. LCIF is our foundation. That's our Lions Club foundation. And we don't want to displace LCIF. I think if you're given, $1,000, $2,000 to LCIF, maybe give $250, $300, $400 to California Lions Foundation. I mean, I don't want to displace LCIF. That's not what we're talking about. I mean, if you're able to give some money to the Lions Eye Foundation, maybe you can throw in a few bucks for California Lions Foundation. I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, if you can support us to the max, I mean, that'd be great. But we will certainly appreciate any help you can give us.
I gather that from your presentation that the California Lions Foundation is strictly for the benefit of the Lions members in California rather than international.
Correct.
So technically it's partly involved in LCIF, but not really.
Yeah, so I mean, LCIF, you get funds from LCIF, you can take it anywhere, because LCIF
Right.
International the California Lions Foundation is strictly for our local communities and for our local Lions clubs. So that is a big limiting factor, I realize. But
Well, I think it's very limited to California's
yes.
benefit, which is good.
Yes, I mean that is, you know, that's the way it is now. You know, perhaps other foundations in other parts in other states, you know, I believe they do the same thing, and I'm not sure if you know, say the Canadian or the Mexican Lions Club have their own sort of thing, but yeah, no, California Lions Foundation is strictly for the benefit of California. Okay, anybody else? I will say, I was just remembering your past deceased member, May Wong, who served as my secretary, and you know, it was one of the reasons I asked May to be on my staff, along with June Valera, Dr. June, and Lion Kevin Guest, was because I saw a great future for them, and she was so dedicated and so enthusiastic about Lionism. I just had to have her, and so I was just very sad about, you know, what happened to her health in such a quick manner. Really, I often remember her.
She died too young.
That's true. Hey, so is there anything else I can answer for you?
You've done an excellent job.
Yeah, beautiful.
Well, thank you. And
do we get a copy of your presentation?
I'm sorry?
Do we get a copy of your presentation?
I can send you the slideshow for sure. Since you're asking about copies, you know, those your club officers, if you've not had a chance to attend the club officer training in person, which was, I think, a week ago, that same training is now available on our YouTube website, District 4C4 YouTube website. We have 6. We have for presidents and vice presidents, treasurers, secretaries, membership chairs, service chairs, and what's the last one? Oh yeah, social communications, running a Facebook page and doing all those things. So if you get a chance, go check that out. And the last thing is, I believe we're going to be seeing, congratulations to upcoming Region Chair Sharon Eberhardt, who
yes,
going to be serving, and we'll be holding our region and zone chair training this coming Saturday at 10 o'clock. So Lion Sharon, she's not on my screen right now.
I'll be there.
Stop sharing your screen, Mario.
There we go.
There we
I'm
go.
gonna make you the host again, Lyle.
Thank you.
I
got it.
Got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Mario.
Are you going to bug out or?
Well, I mean, you know, I'll stick around if you guys don't mind.
No, not until we get to our budget anyway. Then we're going to talk about you.
All right. So moving right along. I got a message from Eleanor Britton. She's our so the scholarship, you know, the speaker contest, our speaker is actually moving up to the next level because we're not having a physical contest. We need to have him video his speech and send it to her. And apparently there's no other contestants. So if he does that, he'll get a check and move on up the ladder.
You should relay this information to Paul Corby.
Okay,
He sent me an email a couple of days ago asking about the student speaker contest, and I had no information. There was none available on any of the sites.
Okay, so
at
Paul
any level.
Paul is somewhere in the continental US or,
I honestly don't know, but I did answer his email.
okay. I'll
So
get that out to him tonight.
He's a
got
Reardon
his,
kid, right?
He's got his ears on.
Excellent.
From Reardon?
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Yes,
Same one from last year.
that is correct. Yes,
Right.
He was good.
he was. This year he was a little bit better.
Wow. Because he won the
Is Eleanor the regional chair?
Yes.
So we're talking about the regional contest.
That's correct. So all he has to do is send in a video of himself doing the presentation.
So he's going to move up to the district contest then.
That's correct.
And will that be handled the same way, or will that be handled live, or do we know?
Well, I'm assuming that it'll have to be just a video. Which actually isn't too bad of a way. I mean, when you think about it, well, of course, I guess you don't get that real feel of
Yes,
being in front of a bunch of people that you don't know. And
right. So he's going to automatically get a check for the regional level and then automatically enter into the district.
that's correct.
Didn't he do that last year too?
I
George?
don't know how far he went last year.
he made it all the way. He won the district, and I saw him speak in San Carlos because they were hosting the area contest. He lost the area contest. He was very good.
Excellent. Well, then I'll get a hold of Paul Corby and we'll get that, get it squared away.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
If you can, up your input volume. You're very quiet.
So how do you do that?
It's your machine. You got to figure it out.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait a minute.
Jesus.
That's out of pocket, Lyle.
Yeah, well, you know.
George,
Tech
I
support
think-
costs money, and I haven't gotten any money, so you're out of luck.
Eleanor Britter should contact the speaker directly. If Paul is on one of his worldwide trips, events may not take place. So, George, can you make sure that she's got the
I
speaker?
do. And once I get the information, I can put him right in contact with Eleanor.
Right.
And that'll work. I know there's a way to increase the volume on this thing. Sounds set.
Don't worry about it. Just a suggestion. Sorry.
How's that? That any better?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
either on the
Oh,
toolbar on the bottom, or if it's a laptop, there's a button for volume.
yeah, it's on.
Oh, I gotta plug mine in.
So you can control the input volume. I just thought you had to speak louder.
No, there's an input volume on it for your microphone.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
It's in settings, or it could be on the bottom bar, depending on your operating system. If you're on a Mac, it's a little different.
Hmm.
Well, I just had to plug mine in. Lion Mario, we'll get with some of the other members here. We could, there's a package of things we could do with money like this. The events the last couple weeks, I'm thinking citizenship things as opposed to eyeglasses, but although our thrust is usually medical and direct personnel things.
Right.
So, but it change happens by people that show up and do things. So I think it's a good thing.
Right. So yeah, again, we'd like to be involved in both ways. accepting donations, giving grants. So yeah, in order to give out the grants, we do have to be able to raise the money too.
Great. Well, I'll look at the online training on YouTube. I don't have a TV, so I like YouTube a lot. So.
All right. All right. Well, I'll figure that out some other time.
It's in the
Just-
control panel under sounds.
Yeah, I couldn't find the slider to make it slide up. So,
Oh, okay.
so we did Corby. What else do I have on the list here? We got to talk about the youth protection policies. And that's basically if anyone in the club is going to be working with young children, or I believe it's anybody under 18, we have to be certified, checked out, and make sure we're not all, that the kids are safe. So that's something we need to talk about, whether or not we're planning on doing that, and if so, then we need to go through the process of being certified. So where does the club feel they're going with that?
We've got two things to take care of, and it's both at the same place, and that's the Mission Education Center. Whatever they need or whatever we have to do here is to submit this form, as I understand it, and let them. I don't know what the checkout procedure is for us, maybe, but let's get this submitted to them, because to me, at this point, the only thing we're handling that is, shall we say, the youths of the world is the Mission Education Center.
Okay. I haven't fully digested everything on this. Does anybody else? I think
I glanced at it, George. Well, I don't know how many pages it was, but
it's 20 pages.
Yeah, there's a lot of this, where, and forth, and if, and if it's Tuesday, it might be Thursday afternoon stuff in there. In other words, the Lions are doing what everybody else is doing. Please sign this form so we're not responsible for anything.
Well, wasn't there a background check involved?
Yes, there is. Question. I sent you an appendix F, which was filled out.
I'm
All you
looking
had
at
to
it.
do was sign it and send it in. Did you do that,
George?
Oh, I haven't seen it. Let's put it that way. Oh,
It was a
Yeah, here, I got it.
separate PDF attached to the email.
All right, I got it.
You need to sign that and send it in now. It's supposed to be there by June 30th.
Okay,
That's why I did it.
excellent. Well, that sounds pretty straightforward.
Hopefully there are two things in all of this which I'm kind of hanging our hat on in terms of having to either be screened or not. First one is on page 2 of that document, and it talks about Leo clubs being considered a school-based activity. Although this is not a Leo club, this is a school-based activity, so we may not need to be screened. I don't know. I'll have to let the powers to be decide that. And the second thing is on page 3, and that is infrequent or occasional contact. There's 2 paragraphs there which talk about infrequent or occasional contact. We may or may not need to be screened. I don't know. I do know that we need to send that Appendix F in right away,
right.
so that we are as much in compliance as possible.
Okay, I'll get that out. It'll be in the mail.
Has your club discussed this at all, Mario?
We started our discussions yesterday, It kind of sounds like you guys are more up on it than we are. Now, I attended that meeting on was it Saturday?
It was on Sunday.
It was on Sunday, whatever day it was on. I was doing a lot of screenshots and putting them in emails to my club president and saying, we got to look at this, we got to look at this, we got to look at it.
Right.
And I know that one of the things that they were talking about was getting certified through the Boy Scout program.
Yes.
Again, that is something that will make it a little bit easier for us. As incoming line president Bob said, I guess you guys have just the one thing in which you're involved with the kids, and it sounds like they have their own certification program that is involved. But again, the Lions would like you to fill out what is needed in terms of the Lions paperwork and get that into the district. And they realize that June 30th is only a couple of weeks away. And
Yeah.
I did see it, and this is an MD4, actually. This is a multiple district 4 endeavor, which they must have gotten from LCI. So everything you see and which is on the MD4 website is coming from MD4. So, but in any case, the council chair realizes that there is not much time before the 30th. He set as a target goal. He understands that it's not much time.
Well, unfortunately, from what I understand and what they said I asked the question of when this was introduced. It was introduced at the MD4 convention in February. And for some reason, they kind of sat on this until June. And I don't know what their thinking was, or maybe they were waiting for more information. I have no idea.
Could be just the pandemic got in the way. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they probably figured, well, we got 4 months to get this done, but I think the pandemic may have put things on hold.
That's entirely possible. Not blaming anybody. I'm just saying it made it tough on everybody because everybody has to scramble. And there were only 42 people at the seminar. And so every club was definitely not represented. A lot of clubs this is going to get sprung on a lot of clubs. Unfortunately.
You're absolutely
Well, so
right.
it's not
And,
sprung
I
on
think-
us. George, can you get that thing signed and get it off to them? Because, the Mission Ed here is, we've been working with them so long, I don't think we're going to have any issues at all.
Yeah, consider it done. It's
Cool.
I printed out the form right now. I'll sign it. See, I feel like Trump. I'm signing documents.
Who gets the pen?
Yeah.
Hold it up so
Want
we
the
can see
pen?
your signature, please.
We will have to discuss this at perhaps the first board meeting in July,
Sure.
because we're going to have to adapt all of these rules and make them part of our standing rules, so that it's club policy. So it's not a big thing, but it needs to happen.
Excellent. All right, is there any more discussion or anything on the youth protection? Sounds like it's a good idea as much as it's a pain in the butt,
Yeah, well, it's change, and we don't adapt to change very well.
Not at our stage of life.
Yeah, well, it is what it is.
All right, and then let's see, anything else before we get into the budget? All the committees are done. So should we move into the budget?
We can do that if you want to. Mario, are you interested in this?
I'll you know what? I'll let you guys do your discussions, and
You can stick around.
Yeah.
I am preparing. This is not super secret stuff.
okay, all right, there we go.
If you are interested in this stuff at all, I will send you a copy of our budget or
Absolutely, because
our
actually,
proposed budget.
I'm my club's incoming treasurer,
Oh, lucky you.
and I have to make a budget, but I haven't gotten the stuff from the previous treasurer yet. And I believe we're going to be having our budget and calendar meeting early next week.
Lucky you. It's in the mail.
Great, thank you.
There are 2 budgets, an administration and activities. If you have questions, just let me know.
So are you going to share your screen or?
Everybody should have a copy of it. I emailed it last Friday.
I got it.
I got it.
Does everybody have it?
I got
I
it.
have it.
Bill didn't print it out, I know. Right, Bill?
Now, Lyle,
That's okay. You can trust us. We'll put your name in there, but you know, we'll just exit out. Don't worry.
thank you, Lyle.
Did you get that email, Mario?
I did. Oh, there it is. It just opened. Okay, yeah. I didn't want to open it first. Yeah, I've got your activities budget open, and I'm about to open your admin budget.
Okay.
See if it comes up.
You want me to run this, George?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to talk about the administration budget first. Any questions?
No,
No, nice detailed job.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, it's easier to understand for us. Thank you, Larry.
I have, go ahead, Mario.
I was going to ask, are you guys a 501c3?
No, we are not.
Because I'll tell you what, I mean, in San Bruno, we're accepting donations from some local businesses. When we got the 501c3 designations, those donations increased drastically. So again, I would go back if you don't want to get the 501c3 for your club, again, you might take advantage of the California Lions Foundation. If someone wants to do a donation to your club and receive the benefits of that 501c3, we'll turn the money right over to you.
To be honest with you, we've never had anybody come forward that I'm aware of to donate large sums of money to our club, ever.
I don't know how we got in with these business people. I mean, they're local San Bruno businesses, and I don't know.
Well, probably through member contact.
Yeah, that's it.
And to be honest with you, a majority of our members don't even work.
Mm-hmm.
A majority of our members are retired.
Mm-hmm.
There's only 5 or 6 people in our club that work. I don't. I don't know how much contact those people have. And also another thing to take into consideration in terms of 501c3 is the fact that the income tax structure has changed as far as donations are concerned. You have to get above, I want to say $10,000 on an individual return to get any tax benefits, because that's built into the tax structure now.
Right.
So,
well, in any case, if you ever get into that situation where you got someone who wants to make a donation, and again,
I appreciate that.
And take any of the money, we just turn it over to you.
I was looking through my files when you were talking, and the California Lions Foundation was introduced to our club in February of 2017. And it has been talked about, I think, 4 or 5 times in one way or another. We just haven't really done anything with it.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to make you aware of it. And if at some point you can do something, that'd be great. And if at some point in the future we can help you, that would be fine.
Now, as far as the foundation is concerned, isn't it strange that if you accept the donations and then funnel it through to an individual Lions Club, is that legal?
You asked that question. No, it wasn't you. It was Rocky Ferreira from 4L3 who asked that question. And I've asked that question myself. They assured me that is perfectly legal to do.
Okay, well, if it works, it works. I'm not going to question it.
Yeah. I asked that question, Rocky Ferreira, on Saturday. Was that? I believe you were in that meeting. I think that was a treasurer's meeting. That
I was there. Yes.
No. It was during the president's meeting because it was during my presentations, presidents and vice presidents. So maybe you weren't there.
I was not. Bob Lahan and Zenny Lahan were there, though.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, we were there.
Yes, it was Rocky Ferreira from L3 who asked that same question as you did.
Mm-hmm.
It came up in the treasurer's meeting, though, as well.
Did it?
If I remember correctly. That I could have a faulty memory. It's entirely possible. I have CRS. Anyway, that's the proposed budget this year. It's pretty simplistic. It's not terribly overdone or anything else. Zenny mentioned that it's a lot easier to read. Lying Hanford Clues was our treasurer for about 25 years.
Right.
And he used to present the budget, and it was just presented differently. It was a report that came directly out of QuickBooks, and it was highly detailed, but very difficult to read.
It's harder to understand.
Yes.
Did you create this using Excel?
What was that?
Did you create this using Excel?
Yes.
Would you mind sending it to me in Excel?
No problem.
It is easier to read because I was treasurer before, and again I was using Quicken, and yes, I love the layout.
Yeah, no, that's no problem. This is much easier to read for the most part, other than other types of reports. But anyway, anybody have any other questions at all?
I make a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Well, that's not until next month, Bill.
Well, we approve it at this time because it is something we accepted and it's good.
Well,
but we'll vote next time.
Well, we don't have a quorum anyway, so. Got to keep it on the up and up, guys.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's all I got.
Excellent. Great job. Let's see, moving along. What do we have going on? I think that's about it.
Yeah, for next time.
Right. So next meeting, Lion Bob and Lion Zenny take the reins at the board meeting.
Not until new business in the board meeting. You're still on the hook, buddy.
Hey, it's gonna go quick. It's gonna go quick.
You can't get rid of us that quick.
No, I'll just be able to watch. Is there anything else anybody'd like to bring up or say or do? Or
no.
You're awful quiet, Steve.
Well, a little bit goes a long way. I was in Reading for a couple days, so.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's a great place, a long drive.
Yeah.
Another convention.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Now, I guess the convention will be next May, hopefully, right?
Yeah. I recommend flying if you go there.
It's a long drive.
It's a real
There's a
long
flight
drive.
already?
Oh, yeah.
Great town.
You can get there by airplane.
Yeah.
And the hotel.
They have 3 flights a day.
Yeah.
And the hotel where we stayed for the convention is not far, and they have valet service from the airport to the hotel.
It's a great city, great community. It's out of the orbit of what we deal with, and highly recommend it. So
Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah.
Some great Lions clubs up there too.
I think they do. I'll liaison next time I'm up there.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Drop in
Bring
on
us
them.
back some ideas. We need some.
A friend of
Will
mine's
do.
on
A huge, gigantic flag off the freeway.
Oh, really?
A big, gigantic flag.
It's there. There's a lot of flags up there.
Put up by the Lions Club.
It's a big American flag, and there's a lot of stuff. It's a neat area. Some of the people up there think they'd be better off not being part of California.
The state of Jefferson.
Exactly.
Right, way to go.
And when I went up there to visit, they told me that I'm not from Northern California. You're from Central California.
Yes.
This is Northern California. That LA Southern. You're Central California. I said, okay, I'm not Northern California.
And you know something? They got water up there, and that means a lot. So that's another story.
Steve worked for the water department for many years.
And they have the Sundial Bridge.
They do. Yeah. It's a cool place.
Yeah.
I have one more item. Does some of you may have seen it, others may not have. I sent out an email to all the members asking if anybody uses Venmo. The only person I heard back from is Steve Martin. I have connected our Lions Club accounts to Venmo, and I'm going to use Steve as a guinea pig to make sure that it's going to work smoothly. And what this will do, it will allow us to accept electronic payments for our fundraisers. And so we'll see how that works. A lot of young people don't write checks. They want to pay electronically, and I understand that. So moving in that direction.
Is that different than paying by a credit card?
You can use a credit card with Venmo, but you do end up paying a fee for that.
Who pays?
But if it's connected to your checking account, there are no fees.
Right. It's like a PayPal, but on the go. Think of it as that.
It's actually owned by PayPal.
Right.
So okay. I use PayPal. Okay.
It's very easy. The deputies I work with, we pay for food, everything all day long on it. And that's who turned me onto it. And it seemed clumsy, but it's not. And I'm still going to keep my checkbook and write checks in cursive just to piss people off. But and as we all should, but it's a great way to just pay for something.
That means all the young kids won't be able to duplicate your checks because they can't write.
A couple of questions. So Lyle, you went to the bank and you set up to accept payments?
No, it's all online.
Online. And how do you do it if you're at home, Steve? You punch it into your phone to send the payment?
On the phone, Mario, it'll show up as your list of friends, and Lyle would be, or the Lions Club, and it's very easy. It's so user easy.
If you're familiar with PayPal at all, Venmo is very similar.
We tried using Zelle, but we couldn't get Zelle linked to our Lions. As a matter of fact, I'm still holding $40 that John Huey tried to send to the club.
Right.
And it came into my account, but I couldn't transfer the money from my account to the Lions Club account. So I don't have that money. That's what I owe the club.
Our club accounts are with Wells Fargo.
Yeah, mine too. Yes, ours as well.
That was my first impulse, was to use Zelle, but they do not allow Zelle to be connected to our accounts
That's what we
for
found.
whatever reason.
But they will set you up with Venmo.
Well, what you do is you create a Venmo account, and then you have to connect your checking account to Venmo. So what will happen is, like, say if Steve pays his dues bill with Venmo, that $75 for the next half year will go into our Venmo account, and then I can electronically transfer it into our administration account.
Got it. Well, this is great. I'm going to look into this.
It's a small amount more work for the treasurer, but it's not a huge thing.
How do you know that you get, that's Venmo advises you that there's money?
If somebody pays the bill, I get an email.
Okay.
I get a notification that somebody's paid.
And as soon as you remit something, whether it be for a chicken sandwich or an item, it immediately sends you a invoice via email.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, can you do it so that Venmo go distinguish between going to your charity account as opposed to going to your admin account?
Well, I've connected both of our accounts to Venmo. So our accounts can accept the electronic funds from Venmo. I just have to know how much is supposed to go into which account.
So you direct it?
Yes. Venmo does not direct it. It stays in the Venmo account until I transfer it.
Because we're looking to do things electronically from our members, and we also have a fireworks booth coming up early next month, which they were looking at credit card machines and things like that.
Right.
Venmo
might be a good option. I don't know. You'll have to figure that out.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the hint.
With anything else, there's a learning curve. Okay. And I was prompted to do this actually because of the treasurer's training. A couple of people talked about it, and I said, okay, I've been thinking about this for a long time. It's time to get off my rear end and take care of it.
Right.
And as I say, I tried to set up Zelle first, but our accounts would not allow it.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to text my guys we were trying to figure this out with Zelle, and I'm going to text them right now to ask them, well, what about Venmo?
Venmo, M-O, V-E-N-M-O.
M-O, yes, and I know my daughter's familiar with it, so I'm going to ask her as well.
Yeah.
If you don't know, ask your kid. They'll know.
That's true.
Now, can this be used as a pay point on a website? So like if we're selling raffle tickets or crab feed tickets?
Yes, it can, because you can put a QR code, and their phones could read the QR code. I'm looking at that as well. But I have to say, the California state rules for raffles do not allow us to sell online. You cannot sell raffle tickets online. And you cannot sell them outside the state of California either.
How's that thing that you hear on the radio getting away with it, where they give away $1 million house?
I don't know.
No, I mean,
it could be the house is donated.
Right, but you're still raffling it off.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how they have it set up. Don't have a clue. Sorry.
Okay. Well, that sounds good. I mean, we could sell crab feed tickets, right? You know,
yeah.
People to go online and pay for it right then, and
that's one of the main reasons. We get a few orders for crab feed tickets from the website, and I want them to be able to pay right away.
so that I could send the tickets out right away. So that's another you know, I don't know how it's going to work out. I really have no idea yet. I have the account set up. I have all the links set up. Right now, I wanted to give it a test, and that's why I sent or asked all the members who uses Venmo. Steve's the only one that replied, so there we go.
We don't.
Maybe he's the only one of our members that uses it.
I think we're going to steal this from you.
Go for it, baby. Go for it.
This is why you visit other clubs.
Here,
Yeah.
Yes.
Here, I'll shove this right through the screen. You can steal all this too.
I highly recommend it to everybody because I've been on the bench for a year or so. It's unbelievably easy, and it's so streamless or whatever. It's so easy.
But I think it's also how many people are going to do it, because we had PayPal in the Contractors Club, and our CPA guy, he comes to the house and every time he gets all frustrated with PayPal. I don't know how it.
Well, you have to have a tight rein on the accounting end of it. If you don't know how to account for the monies, it could be very difficult. A problem with PayPal that most people have is there are fees associated with accepting payments via PayPal. And that's probably where he got tripped up. You have to be very aware of what you're doing. I use PayPal in my business. That's why I know. I really like it. It's streamlined. It costs me about 3%, but I get paid immediately. It's not a big deal.
What are the fees for Venmo?
No fees. Unless there's a credit
Start
card
to
involved.
checking.
Unless the user uses a credit card.
And how do they make their money?
That's my question.
It's like PayPal. You can use PayPal for free. It's the same exact company. It's run by PayPal. They make money on the float.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. That's all I can tell you.
When you have millions and millions of dollars,
they make money on the float.
You can make money on the float.
They might take a little while to get it to you, but
you can transfer the money as soon as it gets in there.
Wow.
If that's what you want it to do.
Oh, right.
Because it comes out of the client's account right away. It's all electronic. It probably doesn't take that many people to run it. Not many expenses.
That's the key.
So you have on your phone, and you just dial up which person you want to pay. You click on it and the amount, and it's done, huh?
Pretty much.
You have to download an app on your phone.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the Venmo app.
It's in the app store.
A Venmo app.
Right.
Okay.
Once you have the app, you connect it to your bank account, and then there's no charges.
Right. And it's
just
Google certified.
Yeah.
Believe me, when this meeting's over, I'm going to go talk to my daughter.
Yeah, I would recommend it. Where the hell's it at?
Mario, speaking of your daughter,
Yes,
go
sir.
SI.
She's entering senior year. I got two that graduated from there. You know what? I told my daughter entering her senior year, I said, hey, you can transfer over to Reardon and graduate as a Crusader.
There you go.
No. Yeah, our son is head of development up there at SI. You know that, right?
Oh, no, I didn't know.
Yeah. Interesting times.
Yes, it is. Sure is. It sure is. You can imagine that my idea didn't go over big with her.
That's okay. Reardon's inheriting all the girls from Mercy.
That's right. Well, yeah, they're coming in with their biggest incoming class in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's going to cost them a little bit. They're going to have to redo some of their facilities.
They'll handle
Yeah,
it.
Are you familiar with these? It's called
You
a,
are?
a QR code.
Yes, I
Yeah.
am.
Okay.
That's
Like say
it.
you have your fireworks display or your fireworks stand. Just have your Venmo QR code. Somebody scans it with their phone, and that connects their Venmo account to your account.
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Hey, wow.
So that's why they have the QR codes.
Exactly.
Put in
All
place.
right.
Oh,
And so they don't, that'll download them the app so that they can make the,
Well, if most people will probably have it already, or many people will, or
we'd like to be as cashless as possible with this fireworks booth.
Right.
I understand. Now,
Can,
what
can you
else-
hold that up again? Can you hold that up again so I can take a picture?
Yeah.
Wait a second, hang on. Got it. Thanks.
Cool.
you know, just make a deposit with that while you're at it, right?
Yeah. Now, what I'll do is when our crab feed comes around and we have tickets available online, I'll have this QR code on the screen so they could scan it right away and send us money right then if they choose to. Now, most of our clientele is older, but we do have a few younger people that are, you know, buy tickets from us and whatnot. Those are the ones that you're aiming at. Generally speaking, older people they're afraid of it, is really what it amounts to.
Right.
Because it's new and different.
I can see the advantage though, because
Mhm.
instead of having to type a bunch of stuff in, you click it with your phone, and then I guess you have to put the amount in.
Exactly. There's Steve.
Actually, could you hold that up again? Can I try
Yeah.
it? I won't send any money, but I want to see what it does. I got my QR reader right here. Where are you? Got it.
And just
Okay,
to
so now,
dovetail on,
so now I'm being sent to Venmo to download their
Their
app.
app.
Yes, I see it. Oh no, I correct, wrong thing. There we go.
They have an Android app and an Apple app.
Yeah, this one's the Apple, or my Apple phone.
Okay. I have it on my phone.
Okay, well now I have the app and I'll be able to use it.
You'll have to set up an account and link it with your bank account. It's
or your
pretty,
PayPal account.
yeah.
It'll grab
Does
it,
make a sucking
Oh, that's
sound
right,
when you do
PayPal.
Transaction?
you know.
What was that, George?
Does it make a sucking sound when you do a transaction?
I don't know. That's Steve.
Like, it all happened very quick. It was so easy to set it up. You
What
know,
was that? I'm sorry.
Okay.
it was so easy to set it up. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's
I set it up in about 5 minutes and linked up 2 accounts electronically. It was
So
all
you-
done electronically.
So you prefer Venmo over Zelle?
I use whatever is necessary.
Okay.
I don't use Zelle personally, but I have some rentals and
Joey salads and today.
and one of my clients pays their rent via Zelle every month.
Okay.
But it's like clockwork. I love it. I wish everybody I dealt with did it that fast.
Yeah.
Well, I could see where it'd be handy, like, you know, we have our dues coming up the 1st of July, right?
Yes.
In 2 weeks. You could just you don't have to have, cash is always a hassle.
Well, when I send the invoices out, it will include the Venmo QR code.
Good.
We'll give it a shot then.
But that means we have to set up a Venmo account to link it into our checking account.
You don't have to use Venmo if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. I'm including that for those people who do use Venmo.
Okay.
I hate to be a spoil sport, but is the meeting over with?
The meeting is over with. We're just kind of talking about, enhancements and.
Well, and
Since I don't understand half of what you guys are talking about, I'm gonna sign.
Sorry, Sharon.
You're not alone, Sharon.
Okay. Come on.
Okay, take care.
Good night.
Sharon.
Good to see you,
Okay.
Sharon.
I'll go put my chicken adobo on. Okay.
Oh,
How's that working, Mario?
I'm getting all signed up. It just sent me a forward code and
Sweet.
syncing.
and this is not off topic, but it's on topic. One of the reasons of what happened the last 3 weeks because of George Floyd really had a lot to do with what we're talking about with the young people, because they pay everything this way. Everything is doable. Everything is so easy and seamless, and they see something like that and they say, why is this happening? And I was the last person where I worked to get on Venmo. So it's the way young people do things. It's all doable. It all can be done. And they look at something and say, this is 19th century. What are you people doing? So in one way I get them on that way. And it has a lot to do with technology of what's steering of what's happening. So
Right.
Good.
Anyway, that's it.
Excellent.
Sticking with our club and our San Francisco Catholic Lions universalisms. And it's all good. So,
We'll have a good week and a good weekend.
Yeah.
And be
Okay,
safe.
Mario, come back again.
I will. Thanks. Hey, thanks a lot. I mean, now I'm into this, and I'm going to be talking. I already texted John Huey and Eric Ribeiro to talk about this.
Oh, right.
We've been looking for a way to receive payments from our members, and like I said, also for upcoming events. So this may be the way to go.
Well, you've got the QR code now, right? So you can send Lyle some money so that we know it works.
There you
Quick
go.
donation.
There you go.
You had a good meeting with
test.
us today, Mario.
What's that?
You had a good meeting with us today.
I did. I always enjoy it. And like I said, that's part of the point of going out to visit other clubs is to learn from what they're doing. I've learned a lot tonight, and you guys ought to stop by San Bruno sometime.
Sounds
Okay.
good. Do you do Zoom meetings too, or?
Yeah, we had ours last night. So
Excellent.
we're meeting on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday. So last night was our president's last meeting, although he moved to Placerville, and so he didn't make the last meeting. So we're losing him. Hopefully he'll join up in Placerville.
That's good.
Maybe that's an idea.
Okay,
for
George,
visitation.
just so you know, we're prepared. Okay.
All right.
Right on.
Excellent.
You sad, George?
Pardon me?
Are you sad that your turn?
No, I'm fine.
He's going to be dancing in the streets, man.
He buys the first round.
In the sun. There we go. All right,
Thank
guys.
you
Thanks a
all.
lot. Really
Okay,
appreciate
Mario,
it.
thank you very much for coming.
Bye.
Thanks for the info.
Keep us in mind at some point, okay? Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Safe
All
out
right.
there, guys.
All the
I-
tips.
I have a
Take care.
question for Bob Lahon.
Yes.
We're trying to get some swag, like 19th century Sheriff's Department logo stuff. And I thought maybe you'd have something with that because there was a Clampers presentation on the history of the sheriffs. They're closing the jail where I work, and we want
Yeah.
to
Okay.
get some old logo stuff. Would you know? Where
Yeah.
some-
Who was the guy that gave it to us? I'll get to him. Yeah. He's
Okay.
still, okay. Wait a minute. At my stage of life, I have to write these things down.
Yeah.
And okay.
I was
Okay.
going to email you, and I wanted to mention it last time. And
Another post-it note on the computer screen. Pretty soon there won't be any left. Just
Pretty soon you
Okay.
won't see the
Post-it notes.
monitor. It's all posted.
He'll
Yeah,
have
we
one
did
little-
we did have
little
one at
spot
the
in the
Westford.
middle
Yeah.
that he can see. The rest is post-it notes.
Yeah, you want to see mine? They're all over the place.
and
We're showing
right.
our age, we're using Post-it notes. The kids all use the virtual.
Well, I'm
Post-it
still a
notes.
little low tech, you know. I mean, come on.
yeah, it's a good meeting.
It was.
Okay, thanks,
Absolutely.
guys.
Thank you all.
Thank
you
you.
all
Good
very
night, Billy. Good night,
Good
George.
night.
Good night.
Thanks, Lyle.
Okay,
Donnie.
guys.
Be
George.
safe out there,
Thanks,
guys.
Bill.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sharon, if she left
All right,
already.
Bill, later, Gator.